Hello, hello, my Yarny honeybees. Today is February 7th, 2022. I'm Sunflower the Fiber Faerie, also known as Ashley, and I decided that instead of hitting you with a really sad, heavy video, I was going to do something fun first. So we're going to do 23 non-Yarny things about me, which is a Bag O Day Crochet challenge. I saw it on Affordably Crafty. Hi, Kim. I wanted to do that. And so here we go. The theme this year is favorites. And the first one is favorite color. And my favorite colors are purple, teal, and emerald green. I think they go really well together. I like them all separately. I also really like royal blue. Occasionally, if I'm going to use all of those colors together, I think gold looks really nice with those too. Genre of music. I like K-pop and progressive metal. And it doesn't have to make sense to you. It just needs to be true. I can listen to a full Twice album and then listen to a Tool album back to back and be really happy about it. Favorite food, dark chocolate, as dark and bitter as I can handle it. Favorite animal, cats, big cats, small cats, all cats, house cats, ocelots, jaguars, leopards. Yes, I like cats quite a bit. Favorite soda, Ruby Red Squirt and Fruit Punch. I also, if it's a question of Pepsi or Coke, I am a Coke girl. I will drink ginger ale, but really I try not to drink a whole lot of soda these days. It's bad for your teeth. It doesn't make you feel nearly as good or as, you drink to quench your thirst, and water is best for that. So as boring as an answer as that is, I truly prefer to drink something that is at least not carbonated. Favorite holiday. I like Halloween and Christmas. And sometimes I think Halloween is my favorite, and sometimes I think Christmas is my favorite. I really can't decide. I love coming up with themed Christmas trees and decor for a season, and then I'll reuse it a couple of seasons and put it away or give the whole thing to Goodwill. But that's my thing, is I really like to just do amazing custom trees. A couple of years ago, I even bought a smaller tree to put on a table in my bedroom, and it was one that was flocked with all the snow, and I put teddy bears and old-fashioned keys and icicles and white lights on it, and it looked so pretty. But I mean, on the other hand, there's Halloween, and who doesn't like free candy and dressing up? I can confirm, love dressing up. So Halloween is definitely a favorite of mine. I love being spooky and watching scary movies and the whole 9 yards. Plus, bats are so cute. Does anybody else think bats are really cute? Favorite book. Right now it is Phaethon by Rachel Sharp. That is Phaethon. And it is about punk rock hackers and fairies that team up to take down an evil empire. It blew my mind. I wish more people knew about it. I was as absorbed in the world of Phaethon as I am when I read or reread the Harry Potter series. And the more you know about real fairy mythology, the more you are rewarded for having that knowledge. Favorite pizza topping? If I can only have one, I'm gonna have to go classic pepperoni. But if I can have more than one, I love onions and roasted garlic. Roasted garlic is amazing. You should put it in mashed potatoes. You should put it on pizza. There's very few things that I can eat in life that I wouldn't enjoy more with a little roasted garlic. Pastime. Watching YouTube. I count that as a non-Yarnie thing because I watch several other types of channels, and some of my favorites are 쿠킹트리 for baking ASMR, BilliSpeaks, and Kittysaurus for my cat fix. I love cats. Dollightful, DOLLIGHTFULL, does doll repaints, and I think her dolls are gorgeous. I will talk about her again. Let's see. Exotic animals you probably shouldn't keep as pets. Clint's Reptiles is really good for that. If you want to see a green or a yellow anaconda, or look at one of the most beautiful king cobras to ever have lived, I definitely recommend watching Clint's channel. And let's see, for legal analysis, I like Emily D. Baker and Natalie the Lawyer Chick. And for Let's Plays, I like Markiplier. You can't go wrong with a classic. Markiplier makes me smile, he makes me laugh, he cracks cheesy dad jokes, he overreacts to everything. Though that's my favorite. I like squishy makeovers, and for that you need to go to Mariah Elizabeth. And I don't know if she's still doing squishy makeovers, but when she was doing the cutest repaints of these squishies, and she would turn the ugliest, grossest, like you wouldn't even believe they had started as squishies, and she would restore them to beauty and just looking fun and cute. And she's really talented, and I love her quirky personality. Last but not least, I love true crime. Give me a true crime story to sink my teeth into, and I am really happy. And for that, I go to Bailey Sarian, Stephanie Harlow, Kendall Ray, Sherry Lynn Dale, and there are so many women in the beauty community who are also true crime heads, and it's so funny because you watching these gorgeous women either with the full face of makeup on or putting a full face of makeup on. Well, they tell you about these horrific, depraved things, and it's great. Let's see, favorite TV series of all time: Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Fringe? That's a really close call. I love Buffy. Buffy was my adolescence. Buffy was the soundtrack to my life, and I experienced growing pains right alongside her, so it's hard not to say Buffy automatically. But Fringe is also so intelligent and so creepy. I love the way they wrote Walter's character. Like the unethical, wacky scientist is one of my favorite tropes. Fruit. Any of the red berries, raspberries, strawberries, cranberries. I love anything mixed berry flavor. I love berries. Favorite vegetable. Spinach, like Popeye the Sailor Man. Favorite actor. Idris Elba or Jason Momoa come to mind. So does Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Don't read into that too much. Favorite singer. I cannot choose just one favorite singer. I like too many styles of music for that. For American pop music, I like Mariah Carey. For a more Celtic or folksy sound, I like Lorena McKennitt. And for more than just the remix of the Mummers Dance. For K-pop and Japanese language K-pop, I like Taeyeon of Girls' Generation and Wendy from Red Velvet. For rock and metal, I like Maynard James Keenan of Tool and A Perfect Circle. He has another band, but I am not as much a fan of it, and I don't feel the need to mention it here. For symphonic metal, my choice is Floor Jansen of Nightwish. She has a gorgeous voice and impeccable technique, and I would highly recommend anyone check out Nightwish. Even if you don't like metal, even if you don't like the sound of the word symphonic, please try out Nightwish. Their music is beautiful. Tom York of Radiohead. Radiohead defies genre, so I'm just going to say his name and move on from there. Superhero, Rogue from X-Men. Comedian, Eddie Izzard. If you go on YouTube and search Turny Buttons or Evil Giraffe, you will understand my entire sense of humor. Season, autumn. My Instagram name before I considered starting YouTube was actually Autumn Fairy for a very long time. Now it's Sunflower _Fiber _Faerie, Faerie. And you should follow me on Instagram. Favorite movie of all time, The Crow or The Craft. Favorite smell, warm brown sugar and cinnamon. Kid, my niece. Decade, there's good and bad about every time period. I love the hippie aesthetic of the 60s, but I would not want to have actually been a young person during that time period. So there's a trade-off. I think you can like an aesthetic without actually romanticizing the whole time period. And my favorite YouTube channel. I am going to cheat and mention something Yarny here, because right now my favorite YouTube channels are Yarn Geek and Affordably Crafty. I really enjoy both Ginger and Kim. I think they have a great dynamic together. I love watching Affordably Geeky with them on Wednesday and Saturday mornings, and I look forward to it. I wake up early so that I can chat with all of my crochet ladies and gentlemen who stop by. Their content just speaks to me. I love a good deal, and that's what Kim is all about at Affordably Crafty. And I love yarn. All things yarn, even yarn I can't actually have because I'm very allergic to wool, but I like looking at it. Hand-dyed yarn is very pretty. So, yes, definitely Affordably Crafty and Yarn Geek are my vote for Yarny YouTube. And then for Non-Yarnie, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised when I say that my favorite is Emily D. Baker. Emily is funny and smart and engaging. She has 15 years of experience practicing law to back her commentary. And she has given me so much strength and confidence to do the things I want to do. And I can't emphasize enough how drastically different my life was the instant Emily became a part of it. That's 23 non-yarny things about me. I will be doing a follow-up to this video called 23 random non-yarny things about me. They will not be a favorites list. It's just 23 things I came up with off the top of my head. And I am really looking forward to filming that. I thank you again for joining me in my yarn hollow. Please like and subscribe. Tell me a little bit about yourself in the comments. And come back really soon, okay? Bye.